Well, good afternoon, church family. It's another Friday afternoon, so it's 5 at 5 on Fridays. And I want to take 5 minutes, and I just want to share two quick announcements with you. And then I want to kind of look at the passage we're going to look at Sunday, give you something to think about. So 2 announcements. Number 1, it's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm sitting in the sanctuary, a little bit different than where I usually do. I can feel the sun pouring through the window, and from what I understand, this Sunday we are supposed to have dry weather, and so I would encourage anyone who has not, signed up to come to our outdoor services because of the wetness. I would encourage you to do so this Sunday. We look forward to seeing you. We'd love to see you there. Another announcement is we have kind of a project, a decor. Our decor team has kind of a project going on, and they would love for you to send in a 5x7 photo of your family. If you can't print one or send one in, if you send it to the church, we'll try and print it for you. We'd like to make a collage on a wall of just all of our church families and have them up on the wall together so we can see that. So those are the 2 announcements. Now for kind of the what I want you to be thinking about this weekend. We're going to look this Sunday at chapter 5, verses 27 to 30. And it's the portion of the Sermon on the Mount where Jesus talks about adultery or lust. Let me just quickly read it. You have heard that it was said, "You shall not commit adultery." But I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lustful intent has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. For it is better for you to lose one of your members than that your whole body be thrown into hell. If your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. For it is better that you lose one of your members than that your whole body go into hell. So I can hear you, oh, thanks, Pastor. Those are such uplifting thoughts to head into the weekend with. Well, they might not be, but they're certainly important thoughts. What I want to do is give you just a little bit. I'm going to say something about how we approach this portion of the Sermon on the Mount, just to help you kind of interpret it and understand it better on your own. As we read through the rest of chapter 5, in each section, Jesus is going to bring up a command, but he does it this way. You'll notice that in each section he begins by saying, "You have heard that it was said." You have heard you have heard that it is said. And then he says, he'll state a commandment, "Thou shalt not murder," "Thou shalt not commit adultery." And then he says, "But I say to you." And some of us can have the understanding that he is, maybe he's doing away with that command, or he's superseding it in some way, and that's not what's going on. When Jesus says, "You have heard that it was said," what he's referencing is the tradition of the elders, the Pharisees and the scribes. You have heard that they have taught you about this command this way, but I am giving you the true interpretation. I am going to teach you what it really means. And it's funny, Jesus takes the full authority to himself there to properly teach what the law means. So that's just a helpful hint for you, or some understanding for you to read this properly. The other thing I want you to consider is, he's talking about adultery, he's talking about lust, and it's somewhat of you can take it as he's using this command as an example, and there's a greater principle that he is teaching us about, and that is about sin. So what I would invite you to do on the weekend to sit and ponder is, take a step back from this and look at this passage, and what is Jesus teaching us about the nature of sin and our reaction to it? Because he says some drastic things. He says, look, if there is a member, like if your hand or your eye causes you to sin, cut it off. Right? He is teaching us that this is not something to be toyed with. Sin has eternal consequences, and we are to be diligent and fight against the sin that is, within us, or the temptation, and so it might not be the most pleasant subject, but I would invite you to sit down and ponder and think to yourself, how seriously do I take sin? Do I maybe treat it where there's areas in my life where I struggle or I fall into temptation, have I been as drastic as the Lord has told us to be here? It's something to consider. It's something to think about. And so I would invite you to do that. And I look forward to seeing you on Sunday morning, whether that's in person here or, during our live stream. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope it's going to be sunny. If not, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Sunday morning. Bye.